The OECD guidelines outline 5 potential methods for establishing the arm's length price for a transaction between related parties. Which is most appropriate will depend on the scenario at hand. Oh, hi Tom.
Hiya.
Great car.
Thank you.
How much would you want for it?
Well, Auto Trader offer 60 grand for a similar model.
Okay, so same condition?
Yeah, very similar.
Same mileage?
Yeah.
So it sounds like we've got a comparable uncontrolled price. 60 grand it is. Deal?
Perfect.
Deal.
The comparable uncontrolled price method compares the price charged in a controlled transaction to that of an uncontrolled one in comparable circumstances. For a transaction to be classed as a comparable uncontrolled price, there must be a high degree of product or service comparability. This may be useful for pricing related party commodity transactions or financial transactions.
Hi Harry, are you busy?
No.
I'm really craving a Twix. Could you pop to the co-op and get me one?
What's in it for me?
Well, you're providing me with a service, so I'd say a cost plus reward is appropriate. Your risk is relatively low, because you know I'm good for the money, right? So if we say a Twix is £1, should we say cost plus 5, £1.5 altogether? We have a deal?
Absolutely.
The cost plus method calculates the arm's length price of a transaction by identifying the costs of the supplier and adding an appropriate markup to remunerate for functions, performed assets used and risks assumed. The markup should be calculated with reference to what a party in an uncontrolled transaction would earn if it performed comparable functions or services. Cost plus is often appropriate for pricing services, particularly where they are of a routine nature, and the service provider bears limited risk.
Hi Anna, could you help me with something?
Of course, what do you need?
Well, I'm thinking of selling this coat.
Oh, surely not. It's so you.
Well, perhaps. Anyway, my friend has offered to sell it for me, but she wants a commission. Any thoughts?
Well, assuming, let's say you can sell it for £100 because it is such a great coat, but the seller's going to want some sort of margin on it. So assuming a gross margin of 2%, perhaps you should sell it for 98.
Sounds like a plan. Thank you.
You're very welcome.
The resale price method is based on gross profit margin. It establishes the price at which a product should be purchased from a related party with reference to the price at which it is sold to an unconnected third party. It is frequently employed in cases where tangible property has been purchased and resold without the reseller adding substantial value to the product. However, it is not appropriate where the reseller's activities amount to creating local marketing intangibles.
Oh, hi Stella.
Oh, hello.
You know a thing or two about retail, don't you?
I do.
So, my mum has been knitting these jumpers and I've said I'd buy a few off her. So she says her cost per unit are £10. What kind of operating margin might a retailer in the clothing sector seek to achieve?
I would say about 10%.
10%, okay, so I need to pay her £11.10, so she makes an arm's length operating margin. Great, thank you.
You're welcome.
The transactional net margin method compares the net profit margin earned in a controlled transaction with the net profit margin earned between unrelated parties. This method is less affected by product or service differences than the comparable uncontrolled price method. Comparable data is also more likely to be available as it looks at net versus gross profit.
Hey Stella,
Hello.
how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. I wanted to talk to you about something. I've had this really great idea.
How exciting.
So, I can't say too much, but essentially I really need you on board because I'm going to need your unique expertise and we're going to need to work really collaboratively.
Intriguing.
I also am going to need you to contribute some startup funding.
Okay, sounds like me being part of this project is quite essential. And you're also asking me to bear some of the financing risk. So I think it's only fair that we split the profits.
I completely agree. Deal?
Deal.
The profit split method looks at the combined profit derived from the controlled transactions and then splits that profit based on the relative contribution of each party. This method is generally used where highly integrated transactions are undertaken by related parties and or where both parties to a transaction make a unique and valuable contribution to the transaction, such that neither entity can be considered the simpler and therefore tested party.